Hey guys, it's Dr. Allison. I'm doing a talk today on energy medicine. Sorry it's been a couple of weeks without one of these types of lectures. I was kind of giving it a break with everything that's been going on. Um, but I did want to, energy medicine is such a fantastic topic, and I really wanted to give you guys something good this week. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying these short lectures that I'm doing on PowerPoint. Let me know if you have any feedback, that'd be great. So, energy medicine, I live up here in Sedona where this is really one of the energy medicine meccas of the world. If you don't know that about Sedona, I would highly recommend coming up and exploring at some point. Just being here can have a very healing impact on many people. What people say about Sedona is the reason it's so healing here is because of these vortexes, these red mountain spires that are coming out of the ground, that people can actually measure the frequencies of these mountains, and we can see that they're spinning and they're creating a lot of energy, and a lot of people come here to tap into the energy of these mountains because it's so healing. This topic is a huge topic. We could talk about just the Sedona vortexes, but well, I wanted to give you guys a good introduction to different types of common energy medicines that are out there. Um, so I will just start. We're going to start with Reiki. I'm just going to move over a little. I'm a little washed out here. So Reiki, if you haven't heard of Reiki before, um, Reiki is an ancient Japanese healing form. Rei means God's wisdom or higher power. And ki is really chi, which means, of course, life force energy, the chi flowing through our bodies. So the actual, if you put those two together, the definition of Reiki is spiritually guided life force energy. So that's Reiki. If you've ever seen this before, or if you've had this done before, you have a Reiki practitioner who does have to get certified in Reiki. They hold their hands over you, and they're asking this healing energy to come down through their body into your body. Often they're looking at imagining symbols along your body to help give a greater effect with this energy that's coming in. This can be a very dynamic practice. All of these energy medicines, I've put a lot of links in this PowerPoint to people doing these different therapies. You'll notice that there's a lot of integration of different therapies. You may have somebody doing Reiki who's also doing gemstones, who's also doing some other kind of energy medicine with it. The link that I have here, this is the Reiki link. This is a gal, she's doing a negative energy cleansing. So she's showing how she does Reiki. For her, it's a lot of, she's rubbing sticks, and she's also doing some hands, and she's also putting some different stones along the midline. This is one way to do Reiki. Traditionally, this is just holding hands over a patient and just calling in that energy to bring some healing energy to the person. So that's Reiki. I would really recommend getting a Reiki treatment. Look into Reiki a little bit more. It can really help people. It's kind of one of these mysterious ones where you feel better, you feel a lot better after treatment, and you're not really sure why. Where did that energy come from? And a good Reiki practitioner really knows how to get that stimulation of chi into the body so that when you get up from the treatment table, you feel totally different. This can be very, very healing for many people. What I'd also like to do is I have a wonderful video of a tumor shrinking as Japanese doctors are performing Reiki. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna just talk about it really quick, and then I'll post the link in the Canvas course. But there's a video of 3 or 4 Reiki masters holding their hands over a patient's tumor, and you're seeing an ultrasound picture of the tumor shrinking, 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 shrinking just from Reiki. And I'm realizing that this is probably a far out concept. Definitely when I saw it, I had a lot of skepticism, but now that I've been in this world of energy medicine for a while, I have less of a hard time buying it, believing it. I do think that that's possible. So I will post that link. Have a look at that. That's super cool. This link here, another really cool gal integrating a bunch of different things. So have a look at that Reiki link. This next one, this comes up in your book, Therapeutic Touch. This is similar to Reiki in that you are using your hands, you're scanning the body for where there is heat, where there's stagnation, where you feel a heaviness in the body. And then you are doing different visualizations to get that stagnation or whatever out of the patient's body. There's a link here too. This is a gal, I think this is about 20 or 30 minutes. She's going through seeing the patient, and I liked her process. She's scanning the patient's field first and seeing where there may be some disharmonies, and then she shows you a little bit of how she might correct that using therapeutic touch. This Gemstone Healing, this is very near and dear to me. If you know me, I love stones, I love crystals. I actually got into crystal healing before I went to naturopathic school. This picture is just someone, you have to subscribe to the chakra concept if you're going to understand this picture fully. What's going on here is this practitioner is definitely using the patient's chakras, using different stones to harmonize each chakra. If you aren't familiar with the chakra system, the chakras are an invisible energy that exists in the body. We all have them. You could kind of relate it to your aura, and you can see these different colors and different frequencies along the body line, starting with red or dark red being your base and moving up the rainbow all the way to your crown. The crown chakra is considered white, and there's different stones that can harmonize or bring balance to these different energetic areas. So down here, we're probably looking at carnelian or hematite. This might be citrine. I'm not sure what stone that is on the yellow. The green might be aventurine or jade or malachite. The blue is probably lapis, maybe turquoise, and then purple amethyst. And then there's probably some clear crystal quartz just scattered around. This is a pretty basic crystal healing session. I've done similar ones to this. People do crystal healing or gemstone healing in all kinds of different ways. When I went to naturopathic school, the way that they were using gemstones was actually along the acupuncture meridians. They would put different stones at particular points in order to bring chi or energy to that area of that particular meridian. You can look up which stones help with what type of healing. There is all kinds of information out there about stones and their various frequencies. This link here is a link to someone doing a long, it's an hour and 20 minutes, but it's she again has a very beautiful process. I love the way that she approaches the patient, and then she's actually laying down strands of stones on the patient. What I think you'll probably glean from all of these different videos is there's no right way, there's no cookie cutter way of doing any of these energy healings, but I would really encourage you to watch some of them, get a sense of what these practitioners are doing, and see if it's something you resonate with, no pun intended. But there's a lot out there. Something that you could think about is integrating your aromatherapy into this. You could be doing sound as this is going on, which actually brings me to the next slide. And the last one that I'm going to be talking about is sound healing. So we're looking at, these are different Tibetan bowls. These are made out of metal alloys, and the practitioner is playing different sound frequencies for the patient. It looks like she's doing them along the chakras. Again, you kind of have to subscribe to this idea of chakras, and it is well known that sound can have a very, very profound effect on healing and on the cells and on the tissues. So we're seeing Tibetan bowls here. You can also use a gong. You can also use crystal bowls if you haven't seen crystal bowls yet. I think I've maybe told you guys about Anahata in North Scottsdale. She has a huge collection of crystal bowls if you ever get a chance to go over there. We actually do a Gong Healing up here every Thursday night. Everybody just comes and lays down, and we just listen to the gong and shamanic drumming for a little over an hour. And when it's all over, everybody just feels ecstatic and very positive. And it's the effects, we don't even really know what the effects are. It's hard to see them, but you can usually feel them. So just to summarize, energy medicine, there's all different kinds, but they all operate under some similar assumptions that when your energy field gets low, some people call it your auric field or certain chakras, but when your energy field gets low, we are more prone to get sick. And if your energy field, if you can stimulate the energy field, whether it's through sound, gemstones, Reiki, you can raise your vitality, which can help your immune system. It can help fight disease if you do have a disease. But it's all different ways of really trying to achieve the same thing. And so it's really just, what do people like? What are you feeling would help you? Would it be going to see a sound healer, maybe going to get some gemstones, maybe going to get Reiki? If you're ever just curious, come up to Sedona. All of this is here. All of these practitioners are here. And call me first, though, because it can get very expensive, especially if you look at some of the prices of buying stones up here. So that's about it. There are many, many other types of energy therapies: polarity, qigong, shiatsu, acupressure, magnetism is something else I saw. I saw lists of these things, and it really goes on and on. Lots of different. You could even consider acupuncture an energy medicine. Certainly, esoteric acupuncture is going to be more energy medicine. Homeopathy, some people call that energy medicine. It's really just any kind of medicine that affects your energy field. And so most medicines do this, but these are the ones that really fall in closely to that category of energy medicine. So when I looked up energy medicine pictures, I just saw some really beautiful pictures come up. I just wanted to show you guys some of the pictures that were coming up. These would also be wonderful images to meditate on. Here's a picture of the chakras and maybe someone's auric field. You can see their auric field around them. There are a lot of aura photographers in Sedona, if you've ever heard of that. People can take a picture of your aura and you can see possibly where there's problems or not. So this is a huge topic. Hopefully this was a good introduction. This is I think, really good time to be talking about energy medicine in the wake of everything that's going on around us. It's a wonderful time to increase your vitality, increase your awareness, be thinking about, possibly even going into one of these fields as a professional. A lot of these fields, you do not need a complete college degree. If you wanted to do Reiki, you do not need a degree, and you do need a certificate to do Reiki, but you don't need any prerequisites to get there. Same thing with Gemstone Healing. A lot of these we consider soft medicines, and there is going to be much more of a need for these medicines as time goes on. And yeah, so I hope you guys liked this. I hope it was a good introduction. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And stay healthy, and we'll be talking soon. Have a great week.